Good evening, folks. It's 5 o'clock Monday. The head's back on, it's torqued down, the manifolds are back on. We're just sweating a bit over the cam belt timing because the marks on the cam wheels are very indistinct. The top dead centre on the crankshaft is not easy to fathom at all, and I'm going to go away now and do some research on my computer, and John's going to do the same if he gets a chance. And we'll see if we can sort out the timing. But apart from that, it's all back together, head's torqued down, and we're really ready to put the camshafts back in. So there you go. Right, that's Monday. See you later. Bye now. Good afternoon, people. Tuesday, just going up for 3 o'clock. She's running. Sounds superb. Made a lot more difficult because there's no timing marks, or at least very sketchy timing marks, and no position to speak of for the crankshaft without getting a special tool, which we could have ordered, but luckily John had marked up before we stripped, and by good management we got it back together. We checked the positions of the camshafts at the end. We wound it over carefully to make sure there was no touching, and it came right on the position of the cams, and it runs sweet as a nut. So I'm happy with that. So now we're just nailing the plastic bits back on and general finishing, and it's done, and thank God for that. I shall think twice before I tackle another one of these. You do need the timing tool. If you're going to do a Volvo V70, unless you're extremely competent and mark everything up before you start, don't rely on there being timing marks on the cams, because all the books say that there's timing marks on the cams, all Autodata says there's timing marks on the cams, and we found one which is a tiny little mark which just happened to be in the right position. On the other cam we can find various marks, none of which line up with anything sensible. If you look at the Autodata for this car, it looks like it's a real straightforward job to time it up. Well, don't take any notice of that, because it isn't. Right, and there's certainly no marks on the crankshaft at the bottom. You have to use a crankshaft positioning tool, which does come in the kit. But if I were you, if you were going to do one of these engines, buy the timing kit, because it's a pig. Not a difficult engine to work on, it's all gone back together okay, but just the timing, just the uncertainty of being able to set the cam timing exactly right. And there's no need for it, of course. It could be made easy to do, like engines used to be, with clear timing marks, with clear centre punch marks with a T next to them. But of course they don't do that anymore. They don't make things easy anymore. Fabulous engine. I mean, this engine's done 172,000, and there's no perceptible wear on any of it. The bores are perfect, they've still got cross-hatching on them in places. Every valve but the burnt out valve was perfect. Every seat was perfect. There was precious little carbon in it. And I mean, this car's been to Finland, it's been to Switzerland, it's been all over Europe, and it just goes and goes and goes. And then it failed its MOT on emissions. So there you go, because it had burnt the valve out, no compression on number 3. Right, folks, tomorrow, with any luck, I shall be back in the workshop. Bye now. Good afternoon, folks. It's 1:30, Wednesday, and we have an MOT pass. Passed all the emissions with flying colours. And we've just given her a final check over. She's been out for a little run down the road and back, and she's been for an MOT and had the crap revved out of her, and she's fine. She sailed through the MOT. So, a successful conclusion to a few stressful days. And there she goes, ticking over like a little sewing machine. Right, tomorrow back to the workshop and back on the boring old tractor. There you go. I'll see you all later. Bye now. Good morning, people. It's Thursday and I'm back in my own workshop. Thank goodness for that. And look what's rocked up here. Look what's rocked up here. Good evening, people. It's 5 o'clock and it's Thursday, and I've been unable to shoot any video today because my camera's full and my phone was flat, so now I've got my phone charged up. Look what we've got here. Lots of broken antique militaria, etc, etc, to repair. So I've been on with this all day actually. Oh look, there's another load. Swords that need new tangs on. Flintlocks that need new screws making. And various bits of interesting old clutter, I call it. But the chap it belongs to loves it and is a bit of a dealer. What I'm doing, what we're on with at the moment is repairing the repairing a harpoon from the evil old days of whaling. But then if you were Japanese you'd be still at it, so there you go. So this is a harpoon and they're pivoting there, and one of them was broken, so I'm repairing that as well. So I just thought I'd shoot this bit for you, and I'll try and shoot some more tomorrow, but he's not too keen on me videoing. He doesn't want to be on the video, so now he's gone I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing today. So I'm back for more of this tomorrow, and I also want to get lots of his other bits and pieces finished and cleared out so that they're not kicking around the workshop anymore. And of course it brings a bit of cash in. So there you go. Boom boom. Bye for now. Good evening, people. It's Friday, 5 o'clock. My mate's just gone. We're going to have another go next week. I'll shoot some video for you next week. I'll twist his arm behind his back. But we've got another box there full of repairs to do. We've done a lot today. These are the ones I was working on some time ago that I made some rivets for and put the turn the end down and put the thread on it to put the handles on. He's going to rivet those up on Monday, and we've had a full day of it. But as I say, he's a bit reluctant to be videoed, so I didn't take anything. I'm sorry, it's going to be a bit of a thin... Oh look! Plunder! Isn't that wonderful? He's brought me this. He's clearing his garage out. That's nothing to do with it. These are things he can't bear to throw away. These are things he can't bear to throw away, so he's going to let me throw them away. Right? But there's all sorts of useful stuff here. Pygmy bulbs. Roll plugs. Fuse wire. Bit rang out. Don't know really. Chuck keys. All sorts of really interesting stuff. Fluorescent starter lamps. They look like they're brand new. They look like they've never been fitted. End caps. Starter lamp holders. That's off a Mini. What's in this lovely old St Bruno tin? Blue roll pump. Whoops. Blue roll pump. There's all sorts. Coils of tape never go amiss, do they? All sorts. Oh look. Nice little adjustable wrench there. All sorts of stuff. I will throw a lot of this away because there's a lot of it that's not a lot of use. What's that? Is it? Who knows? Who knows what that is? Looks like a milling cutter. Or it's maybe for wood, maybe for cutting wood. Sure, it's not a milling cutter. Silicon lube for plumbing. 2.5 twin and earth clips. Speaker hinges. Let's just lift this off. Let me just lift this off. Down. Oh, look at this lot. A glue gun, brand new in packaging. Loads of glue sticks. Combination circlip pliers. Oh my god. A torque multiplier for a drill or something? Don't know. A magnet. Something else that I'm not quite sure about, but it looks like it might be hold screws. A drill pump. Yet another hard point plasterboard saw. 2 beyond the pale tenon saws. 6-inch nails, a mitre block. Is that a line level? I suppose, yeah, it is. It's a line level. It's a rather nice line level, that. A big staple. Clips. Bloody hell, 10B buckle clips. We were using those when I started my apprenticeship in 1967. We had to count them all up for the stock take. Telephone plugs and tool. My daughters will love these boxes. More roll plugs. And drills. And drills. My daughters will love these boxes. Well, there you go, folks. That electric blanket switch. 5 amp through switch. Circlip pliers. Who can argue with circlip pliers? They're all there. All there. They're black spare, but who cares? Nothing wrong with black spare. Stanley blades. Brass hinges. Frame fixings. Loads of padlocks for keys. Pair of brand new brass door handles. Oh, that's 150 watt halogen. Don't use those anymore. Pity. A grindstone. Plus, my wonderful friends from across the road brought me what might be their final lot, because I think they've moved. I hope they haven't moved without telling me. I hope they haven't moved without saying goodbye. Pipe freezing kit. A massive box of screws. Loads of silicone sealing. All sorts of do-it-yourself stuff. Marvellous stuff. Just bits and pieces. I shall sort this out, and I shall, if I can't use it myself, I shall recycle it. Send it off to people who can use it. That's a Panasonic DVD video recorder. DVD video recorder. So you record from DVD to video. Pull open. Who knows? We'll have to have a look at that. There's a chap called Fix It to Sell, I think he's called, on YouTube. He was doing one of those last week. This one is a LG playback, long play and record, easy graphic menu, video player, a pair of JBL speakers, a pair of JBLs. That one's got the cone squashed in, but I know how to get those out in my very clever fashion. What's these? And they are random speakers. They are JPWs, almost my initials. That's a pair of JPWs and a pair of those. So all these are going to be going up for grabs. There's a speaker, a car speaker. There's a JBL crossover, yeah, JBL crossover units, go with the speakers. And that's a car stereo. And what's that? That's another video player, isn't it? Yeah, DVD. That's not a DVD video. How weird. Right, that's it folks, that's all for this week. Good grief, what's that? Celsius Ice gold plated fuses. I bet that's something to do with very high end car stereo equipment. Very high end, that's a guess, but I bet it is. All this stuff looks like, yeah, that looks like the cable for it. Very high end car stereo equipment. How ridiculous. Right, I'm going to call that it for this week. What's that, a miniature steering wheel? No, it's for the speakers. I'm going to call that it for this week. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for clicking likes. It's been a bit boring this week, people. I'm trying to up my game. But at the moment, I have to take paying work where I can. So, this work pays. So, I can't knock it down, really. I can't not do it. I will get back onto that next week. I will finish it. I will tidy the bench. Right, I don't know what happened there, but it went off. So, next week, oh, here's another thing he brought me. Air grinder, lovely. And this is interesting. This is some sort of roll plug tool, but we don't quite know how it works. It doesn't appear to be an air tool, and it says on here to operate, press slowly, and that pushes in. So we're going to investigate that next week, but if anybody knows what that is. See, it says roll plug on the handle. Can you see that? Yeah. It says roll plug on the handle. But I really don't know what it is. It's got a roll plug type drill bit in there. But I really don't know. Alright. See you later. Bye now.